going on, everybody? So glad to be back here with y'all, going live a little bit. I didn't plan on going live today, but something happened and I had to go live about it because it's just such a big deal to the whole world. It should be a big deal to the whole world, but let me just go back and say this, okay? If you have not seen Redemption Song by Dave Chapelle, it was released today on Netflix. And in it, he just discusses how people pray for your downfall. Hey, honeys. People really do pray for your downfall, and how he had just gotten over coronavirus and things like that, and how he is just going through that phase of really getting to a space of appreciation of people. And the one takeaway, I'm sorry, my grandkid and my baby, my daughter is in here, but I couldn't let this day go by, not on this Black History Month day, without saying how momentous this occasion is. Because at the end of the special, he announced that Netflix and he have partnered together, and they have created a contract that he would get his rights to his name back for the show, the Chapelle Show that we all know and love. And he talked about how they paid him for the show. Now, if you don't know, Dave Chapelle had requested of the audience, not the people in charge, not the CEOs, not anybody at the top. He's not going to them and begging them for visibility. He's not begging them to give him his show back, his name back, anything like that. But he had talked about he had got the short end of the deal when he first started the Chappelle Show, and they didn't pay him what he was worth, but he needed the money, so he took what he got. You can also see this on YouTube as well. But basically, they fucked this guy. They gave him a raw deal. They knew that what he had to offer was greatness, and they took advantage like the industry does. And at that time, he just went along with it, and he created the content. He ended up shaping the culture in a way that has never been seen again in the art of sketch comedy. And say all that to say, he knew that once it came back and it was being premiered on other, Comedy Central, Netflix took it up, and the show was being reproduced, and he did not get a cent from it. Talk about owning your rights, talking about owning your name, talking about owning your body. He didn't have none of that. They owned him. They owned that aspect of his art, and it was a large portion of his art. And to see that over and over and over again, I'm sure it had to be difficult. Now, mind you, he's in a different place in his life, but it seems like a huge slap in the face for them to have done that, to keep profiting, as they do. They profit off of us all the time. And we end up getting the short end of the deals. You look at all these music deals, you look at this comedy deals, you look at all these really shady behind the scenes contracts that they do, because they know you're gonna take it, because you need it. You need the exposure, you need the money, you need to be famous or whatever you need it for. But at this phase in his life, he did something that will forever change the fucking game. Like, he did something so huge. And what he did was, he didn't go to them to get saved. He came to us. He said, look, I want y'all to stop watching me, because I know the power is in the viewer, because the viewer creates the money. And if the viewer stops watching, then there goes the money. And it was just a couple of weeks ago that he said this. He said, boycott Chapelle Show. Simple enough. Everybody was like, you know what? Enough said, say less. We can do that. We've seen all the episodes anyway. But what came from that is that he won that fight. And he was able to win back his name. It's almost like buying your way out of slavery, in that sense of they were using him for years, and now he's finally owning everything he has. And let me tell you the significance of that, people. Okay? because we've been bought and sold. Believe me, bamboozled and led astray. Okay. We have been giving to this industry and giving of our talent, our bodies, our spirit, our everything, our zhuzh. Okay. Will you? And we get nothing, not even a portion of what the people who are profiting off of us get. And what he did was just flip the motherfucking script on the whole thing. Because what happens is you forget your power. You forget that you are the talent. You forget that what you have to offer is the show. You are the show, and what you are is the money. Without you football players, there is no NFL black football players. Without you bringing the laughs to these shows, there is no show. Comedians. He gave that script of power. And that's why I love Dave Chapelle. That's why he is the absolute reason why I do comedy. I didn't start doing comedy till after I saw 846 and I saw this man flip the script and talk about real shit live and be unapologetic about it and still be able to inspire people and still be able to make a difference. And the way he was so poetic, this is epic. He is a griot. He is an orator. He tells the story of the people, and he deserves everything that is coming to him. And it's not us just advocating for this already rich man to be richer. It's not that. It's not that. It's that if he can start a revolution of people not just asking for what they're worth, but demanding it. When you go back and watch that, when he talked about them taking things from him, he's been taking things have been taken from him his whole career, and people who are over him, people of power, I'll just take it from you, Hey, chill out. But it's just the fact that he found a way to take it back without even having to go through them. That is the killer shit about this. And in the midst of Black History Month, I think that you really need to take a note from this man who he bought his freedom by stopping their money. Like, that is epic, okay? There has been nobody who has been able to change the game in a way that he didn't have to go through them to do it. And that's why I keep telling you guys about the I Am the Fear movement. That's why I keep telling you guys that just knowing your worth, they are afraid that one day you would realize that you have all this talent and that you are the reason why they are making all the money. And then they'll realize, oh shit, I'm not making what I should be making off of this. This is my project. This is my thing. This is me. So why are you so rich? And why do I have so little? We don't know what we're worth. And Dave just explained how you can get it, okay? Because the power is in the people. It always has been. If all Black people band together and just really push for our initiatives, push for us to get paid more, push for our visibility, push for us to have a seat at the table, there will be no problems. We could get what we want, but we don't do it. We don't come together. We don't push for our own freedom. And he just did that. He just did that. He said, I don't want to go through them. I'm going to go through y'all, because the real boss is you, the consumer, which is absolutely true. We are the real bosses of our own industries. What is the clothing industry without the people who buy the clothes? What is the comedy industry without the comics? What is the sports industry without the players? And everything that you do is a part of the consumer industry. And what is it without us? And now we know that we can withhold all of this and do so successfully to the point that they pay us. I'm sorry, my grandkids out of control. Come here. One of y'all gotta get held. But just to do this the way that he did it, I'm as a comic, I'm in awe of him. As a black person, I'm in awe of him. As a woman in this world, I'm in awe of him. As a black woman, I'm in awe of him. Because he can, and because he did, I will. You know, it's no reason why we should settle, people. It's no reason why you should settle. And if you're waiting for somebody to choose you, you're a fool. We need to start choosing ourselves, start choosing our method, start choosing our way, and start setting the price. Set the price. If you know you have talent, if you know you have something to offer, if you know you have something to bring to the table, set your price, baby. They will pay it. They will pay it. If it's quality, they will pay it because they know how much they can make off of you. And it's way more than you'll ever get. But hopefully we'll get to the point where we can negotiate that too. You know, where we can negotiate that as well. But what Dave did today, I couldn't let it go. It made my whole day. It made, just seeing him, I like literally teared up. I teared up when I saw it. I said, this man has done it. The whole I Am the Fear movement that I created is all about know your worth. I am the fear that one day I will recognize my worth. That's the whole movement. If you knew your worth, you wouldn't settle for less. You wouldn't settle for something that you don't deserve. You wouldn't be in situations that wasn't up to your standard because you know how much you're worth. And that's what we as a people are missing. And he showed us you can do whatever you want. And you don't have to knock on their door to get it. You don't. Because he came to the people and he asked us to boycott. And you know what we did? We boycotted. You know what they did? They folded. And they paid this man. If I feel like I got paid and I ain't get a goddamn dime. But I know that what he did and the way that he did it, I can replicate that. And now they can't undo what they did. If you folded for Dave, when he went to his fans and say, I just need you to just stop here. And not even to downplay it, but that's what Monique wanted. Monique wanted that type of synchronicity, but you can't ask them to look at you. You have to demand it from the people who love you. If you are loved and revered, then people will do for you. But we can't keep knocking on these people's doors and asking them to open up. Please open up. Please let us be on your platform. Please let you see us. Please see me. I'm great. I'm stunning. They know you're great. They know you're stunning. They know you're talented. That's why they make money off of you. That's why. You're great. You're talented. You're stunning. You don't know. You don't know. And that man knows. That man knows how great he is. And just to see him be able to get what he's worth, it speaks volumes. It's been the best thing that's happened this month. Just seeing him, one, show appreciation to the people who got him there. And two, be able to say, I did it so that you can do it, So I'm extremely happy today. I mean, just to see that, I love seeing my people thrive. I love seeing that regardless of if they're rich, poor, whatever the case. I'm for the people. I want to see us do well. I want us to see us be free. And the only way to be free is to truly dig down and demand your worth. And don't keep waiting for people to change your life, because they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it for you. It only affect them if they actually have a bottom line or a stake in the game, and they won't do it unless that's the case. So I'm just really excited for what this means for the culture. From now on, this should be the playbook. If you don't feel like they're paying you enough, baby, take it somewhere else. If you don't feel it, just the example of his HBO example, he originally took the Chapelle Show to HBO and all these other platforms, and they passed on it. And now that he, is big and the show is big, they want to put it on the platform. Why do you need me now? You didn't need me then. The beauty of that moment of just, that's the Pretty Woman moment right there. That's the Selena moment. We don't need this dress. We're not going to take this dress. All this, that's the moment where you could just walk away and say, like, I don't need this. I don't need you. And we all hope to get to that point, I'm sure. Being able to walk away from something if it's not fitting. Because we bend a lot as people. We always bending. We bending over. We breaking our backs to fit other people's narratives. We're breaking our backs to get into other people's industries. We're breaking our backs to be what other people want us to be. And they're not breaking their backs for us. They actually are taking what we have to offer and putting it on their backs and putting them on their furs and their clothes and stuff like that. And they wearing us like skin. And we just let that happen. And I hope that this, whatever comes of this, I hope that y'all learn. Okay? Learn from this man. He has created an awesome playbook for us to make sure that you get what you're worth. And don't settle. And it may mean that you lose out because it's a sacrifice to be great. It's an awesome sacrifice. This man left $50 million on the table. It's a sacrifice to not sell your soul and to be great. But the thing about it is, there is more that comes from that sacrifice. And sometimes you have to understand it's not about you. It's not about just his show. It's not about just him getting back the gaining his rights. That first person who was able to buy their way out of slavery, they set the precedence. Because if one person can do it, then we all can do it. And don't you ever think that we are not still enslaved by the system. We all need to buy our freedom. The only way to do it is to know that you're enslaved. Know that the game is rigged. Know that we are not set to win. And if you don't know that, you need to wake up. You need to know that the only way to get out is to understand that you're in, And I'm excited for what this means for the culture, not just in comedy. When I tell you this man is the GOAT, okay? There will never be another who can do what he did. And I'm just so happy that it's people like that I'm inspired by. There are people like that I seek to resemble or even embody in one way or another in the future, because that's what a visionary is. Y'all ask me what my name is for. What is visionary? That's a visionary, a person who sees a greater view of the future. The orators, the griots, all of those people. So I'm going to take this one as a win for the culture, because it is. It absolutely is a win for the culture. And y'all just celebrating this. This is how we should always feel when somebody does well and does something good. We should all feel this proud, because it's a win for everybody. Okay? If any Black person is doing well and gives back to the culture and is a shining beacon of what we would like to be and tells the motherfucking truth, you should always pride that person. You should always big up that person. You should support them fully, because it's hard to be honest in today's society. It's hard to tell the truth when everybody's lying. It's hard to be the one person raising a church finger in a group of quiet people, and that's what he does. He's been shining a light. That's why I wanted to do comedy, because I saw it as a way to shine the light on the dark spaces, and to do so in a way that will be well received by people. You can drink it. You can palate it. Comedy. I could tell you and I could read you in comedy, but you can handle it because it's funny, But I just want to give this man, shouts out to Dave Chapelle, bro. Cheers, my nigga, cheers. Because what you did will forever go down in history as the greatest chess move these niggas will ever know. Checkmate. Checkmate, my nigga. You held them by the balls and they folded like a deck of cards. And the beauty, and shout out to Netflix for just being a real one and holding to the image of being upstanding about your people. And Dave Chapelle is one of their people, and they know that they want to take care of their people. So I'm just so inspired today, y'all. I swear I'm gonna put out some more content. I usually move in silence. I've been moving in silence. If you haven't been following my pages, my YouTube channel, Comedian Visionary Speaks, you need to do that. But either way, um, I've been in auditions. I've been in different opportunities that's coming. I've been in talks with some big people. I'm excited. Okay. So this just invigorated me so much. Y'all don't understand. On this here Black History Day, the 12th of February, I am invigorated by this man and what he did for the people. So that's all I wanted to tell you. I just think that y'all should really go and watch it. Go watch both of the Netflix postings on YouTube that Dave posted. Both the one where he talked about how they're taking advantage of him and they're stealing things from him, and he asked for the boycott. And then go watch Redemption Song. You know, I'm so glad to have Chapelle Show back. I've seen every episode. I can quote it by heart, but I'm going to support this man regardless. He would get the streams from me because his work is timeless. His work is timeless. We can only hope. I've been watching Dave Chapelle since he came on the scene, years ago, but his work is so timeless. I could literally listen to him talk for hours, and I have. And I have. Just seeing the work of a genius. So I'm not gonna be long before you guys. I miss you guys. I'm gonna have more content coming out. I've been on a few shows, like, even though I don't always post, and I need to get better with that. I don't post what I do all the time, but just know she's working and she's doing things, but you will see it soon enough. When God sees fit, you guys will see what I've been doing. I've been working a lot, and I just big ups to comedy. Big ups to being able to make people laugh, but also being able to tell the truth about what's happening in this world, because we lived in a very fucked uply beautiful world, and somebody got to tell it. Comedy is the last standing platform for truth. And I'm so glad to be in a number of people who are willing to say it like it is. So I love you guys. Like I said, if you have not followed me on Instagram, it may not be a whole bunch of stuff on there that I post, baby, but once I get my groove, I'm gonna do that. Follow me, Comedian Visionary Speaks, on my YouTube channel. Go back and watch some of my podcasts. They are dynamic, okay? 2020 Vision Podcast on YouTube. But damn it, Dave Chapelle, my dog. I mean, what else can you say? This man said it all. Oh, what he did. What a gift. But yeah, y'all, it's momentous occasion today to see this man win. It's a win for the culture. Please believe it's a win for all of us to see this man get his money and to buy back his name. Not even buy it back, to earn back his name, because he didn't pay a dime, but he made these people give him back his name. And what's better than that? All right, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Just Jesus, Dave Chapelle. Dave motherfucking Pale. You just keep leading the way, my dog. Keep leading the way, because there are people like me who are following you and see your works, and I promise you, I will meet you one day. One day I will meet you, and I will say thank you for what you did. Y'all be cool out there, and I'll see you on another one. Love y'all.